You know, currently, if you're part of the Greenwall, the term whatever it takes probably means a lot of different things. For most, they're pleading to Stro and Hex, saying no matter the cost, whatever it takes, get Scump the King a ring on his last year. Because OpTic's roster is still a mystery, and at this point, I kinda honestly want them to keep it hidden until the very last second. I know a lot of you, as well as myself, are excited and curious to see who are they gonna get. I mean, if I had to put money on it, my guess would be Huke. Huke's an SMG that's just been released from the LAG. And you've probably been seeing this on Twitter, this XEO, which was a former 3-man of Illey, Shotzi, and Huke, who did play on the Dallas Empire, who was coached by Rambo Ray. So the connections and the relationships are already there. This would force Scump to go to a flex role, which honestly I think is going to be a natural fit and is going to be scary.
Well, right now, I feel like Huke going to OpTic, and I was talking about this yesterday, it kind of makes sense, Ben. Like, it does make sense in a way. When you look at the players who's on that team, it's players that Huke has found success with in the past, you know? Like, they have a good history. And now we see Huke, he loses his spot on LAG. He's a free agent. He's kind of floating around. You know what you're going to get out of Huke. I think that, you know, they played with Huke in the past. I just don't know if that's who they're looking for, Ben. I'm going to be honest. And if they don't get Huke, who do they get? Because they're not going to be able to pull any superstars. We've been talking about this as well in the past week. I don't think any superstars from some of these other teams are going to be available. I don't think you're going to be able to get them. So, Ben, if you were the GM of the roster, if you had control of the roster, and you had to make a change for Dashy, who are you picking up?
They don't have a lot of good options. I mean, okay, let's assume, right, like they're not going to do challengers players because, as you know and I know, like that's not really their MO right now. So, I mean, if we can open it up and kind of go down that path, I guess. But to start, like, you know, let's just say for the sake of this argument, we're just going to talk strictly like CDL players or ex-pros that are good. I think to me, there's 3 options if it were me in this situation. The collar one's definitely an option, although you're kind of trading. Let's assume that we're dropping Bruce, right? You're dropping Bruce, moving Seth to flex, and you're bringing in Huke to run beside Shotzi. We know that those two have pretty good sub chemistry, right?
Right.
We know what collar's kind of shortcomings are as a player, so you have to work on that. You don't know if Ender can make it work as a main. That's a question mark.
Mm-hmm.
That's an option.
I think he'll be fun. I think he'll be fun on the main.
I personally like Asim on this roster as an option. I've talked about that a bunch on my streams.
But he's not attainable. They're not going to be able to get Asim.
But even if Huke doesn't join OpTic, I know one thing is for certain: nothing is getting past Hex.
Of course he does that against Ray.
Yeah, of course.
A few weeks ago, there were huge rumors around a shadow ban issue in Modern Warfare 2, more specifically Warzone 2. And with the current system, if someone is reported a few times, then boom, they go on the shadow ban list. And we can even confirm that people like Nadeshot were put on this list, though that's not really surprising because I think any of the top level streamers are going to be on that ban list. Not because they're cheating, just because they're extra good and they're going to have more eyeballs at them and just people are going to report them because people are trolls. Unless it's Symphony. That guy is sketchy as heck. But fortunately, for guys like Nadeshot and Symphony, they have people within Activision who can manually just get them off that list. They have the connections, but for the normal layman, they don't have those kind of connections. And we all have that experience where we get a good kill or we run into somebody who's just a total jerk and they're going to report you no matter how you kill them, even if you win a gunfight straight up, they're just going to report you. And if they get the whole team on it and that whole team reports you, then you've just been reported multiple times and you're for sure going on that ban list. And I can't confirm that it would happen that acutely, that if one whole team just puts you as, like, reports you as cheating, that you would be put on that ban list, that it would just be a punch in the face. But we do know from Charlie Intel over on Twitter, and that from his sources as well as his understanding, he tweeted out this saying, "I see the conversation around shadow bans coming up again. The way it works, from what I know, is if someone is reported multiple times, they are placed in a shadow ban period to see if they're actually a cheater. And if not a cheater, then the ban is removed after a set period." So my thing is, if someone is placed on a list until it's manually reviewed or it's just timed out, like, there's so many things that I have questions on. It's like, how many people do they have dedicated to this? Secondly, how large is the sample size? Like, how many games are you using to see if someone is cheating or not? And then lastly, how long is this ban period? Because if someone's ban period for like 3 weeks to a month, that's insane that you could be put on a ban list for an entire month because some troll just reported you a couple times. But as of recording this video, Ravensoft put out a playlist update that had me scratching my head because as they say a new Warzone 2.0 playlist is now live. battle royales, solo, duos, trios, quads. Third person is now in duos. I guess that's the one update that I see, because mini royale trios, from what I understand, that hasn't changed. DMZ is still in trios, and also they added this in there saying that the loadout price for battle royale trios has been lowered to 24k. From what I understood, I thought it was always 24k. It was 8k per person, 8k times 3 is 24k. So can someone fill me in? Where's the update? Lastly, on some huge YouTuber, creator, I don't know what they are at this point, just mainstream celebrities, KSI and Face Temper are stepping into the boxing ring and they're going to be throwing down. Personally, I don't have a dog in the fight. I drink a fuck ton of Prime, and I own a lot of face swag. And no, I'm not talking about Doozy. I would love to see these two boxers get into the ring and play some high level boxing like it's a game of chess, and ultimately at the end have a great battle. At the end, they both have a little bit more respect for each other once they come out of the ring. But that's where we're going to wrap up today's video. Who do you think OpTic's is going to pick up? Do you think they're going to tip their toe into the challengers pool? If you had a magic wand and worked at Activision, how do you fix the shadow ban issue? Because after reading on it and thinking about it, I don't know how you actually fix this. But if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down in this video, please like and subscribe. At 500 subscribers, I'm going to give away a copy of Modern Warfare 2. And as I said yesterday, if you already own Modern Warfare 2 and you win, then I'll just cash app you the amount of the game. If you would, please share this with your friends, so that way they stay caught up on all the gaming leaks, news, rumors, and updates. Thank you for doing so. Here is a picture of my dog Annie. She's my buddy. She's my pal. She's my sweet little girl. I challenge all of you guys, make somebody laugh today, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Yep, nope, not in my house.